Here we have the current stock market update for MAXEON Solar Technologies Limited, stock ticker MAXN. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So what we're looking at here is the short-term time frame for this stock. I saw some videos pop up in the YouTube feed that were really suggesting that a major bounce was occurring here. There is, maybe a small amount of truth to this, because if we look at the prior support zone that started to develop for this name, we do see that there is a fairly significant double bottom support zone that is sort of developing in this area. And then, you can make the argument that this, possibly, just hypothetically could be a bottom for the stock. Share prices start to move higher. This ultimate price high comes in right around $6.60. And, the clickbait begins, the YouTube clickbait begins, because we start to see, several videos here that are saying, this is the bottom. Anybody that has followed the stock for any period of time, let's just quickly look at the daily chart here. We can see that, the longer term price history has been quite, forceful in terms of the downside price movements that we've seen. I mean, this is where we are now. So, this has been a very dramatic price move to the downside. We did see some prior highs coming in at the middle of May 2023, but then since then, this has been nothing but downside. So, inevitably, what people are going to start to look for is the possibility that a bottom is in place. It makes a little bit of sense. I mean, how much further could the stock actually decline? So what we are going to do in this video, just quickly here, is to sort of analyze whether or not this price movement here is as substantial as some people seem to think it is. So, one thing that I would actually agree with, and that's rare with these meme stock, YouTube type stocks and everything like that. Usually I don't agree with anything at all. But one thing, I can point to here is that this is, I would say that it is fair to call this a double bottom support zone. And then after that, you did see a very strong price movement here in the upward direction. So that's $1.60 in price movement. You're looking at very significant gains here in percentage terms. It's only $1.60, but you're dealing with a $5 stock. So that is a very massive move because it did started right around the middle of October 15 or so. And this is about a day. This is about one day. You're seeing share prices move from $5 to $6.60. So, okay, I mean, I guess you can see, that's why people are starting to get excited. It's a massive price move in a very short period of time. Okay, that's all true, but the question is, how sustainable is this? Is anybody really able to capitalize on this type of price movement? The thing that makes me skeptical here is that, it just seems incredibly unlikely that people were really able to buy into that area. I mean, you could make the argument that it's $5. Well, it's a major psychological support zone. Maybe people were buying there. Okay, I suppose it's not impossible, but the likelihood that any of these areas were going to hold up seems a bit suspicious to me, and I just find it hard to believe that people actually did manage to buy into those levels and then take profits at 660, because you would need to do that in order to capitalize from the trade. The highs come in during the October 15 trading session. And then, as we can see, let's just do a quick Fibonacci study here. Let's see how long it took to retrace large percentages of this move. Okay, so just quickly here, let's look at, the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement was broken the following day. Okay, so that means you've already lost 38.2% of that rally, and then okay, this is all the following day. I mean, this is a 5-minute price chart. So, the next day you had already seen a retracement into the 618 retracement. Okay, interestingly, you do get a bounce right around this region here. It's a little bit below here. It's not exact, but you do see prices move higher from here. But what this tells you is that in this move, you're already losing 2/3 of the gains that were made, and it's the following day. So, yeah, this is a lot of upside price movement, but the next day you're already down from there. 2/3 of those gains have been lost, and anybody that bought into the stock, right around this area, say around 625 or so. Anything above $6, you're now significantly underwater in the position, and you're losing in the trade. So we did interestingly see a bounce off of the 618 retracement, but then share prices just continued to move lower. And as we can see here, you are getting some bounces. You're right back into this resistance area again, which is now a double top resistance area. Sort of offsets that double bottom. You could say. I mean, this is kind of a very short-term double bottom, and now you've got a bit of a longer-term double top. So, which part of the argument do you side with at this point? I mean, are you just going to look at the positives? Are you just going to believe the people on YouTube that don't really know how to trade the market? Are you going to believe that the double bottom is more important now than the double top? What has occurred here now is share prices have moved right back into that $5 level, roughly 515 or so. We did see a little bit of a bounce from there, okay, again, but currently the bounce is more minimal. It's not as large as it was previously. You're looking at about a 90-cent upward movement, which is still a very substantial gain for a $5 stock. But the question here is, will this stock be able to continue to move higher, break above this double top resistance zone, and then overcome that 660 area that was seen previously? I mean, in my view, that seems unlikely. I think the majority of the momentum here is clearly focused in the downside direction. And even if we're being as generous as we possibly can here, I mean, I'm trying to concede the bullish argument. There is a double bottom support zone here. We actually did see a little bit of a bounce here, in the most recent trading session. So you can make that argument, but do you really have faith in that argument? I mean, do you have a lot of confidence, I should say, in that argument? I just have a hard time believing, like, if you're being honest with yourself, I just have a hard time believing that you actually believe this if you're holding the stock and if you're going to continue to hold the stock. The majority of the momentum is clearly focused on the downside. The stock isn't going anywhere. We could see some short-term bounces here, but anybody that is long the stock, I would like to hear your explanation for why that is, and I'd like to hear about what you're going to do if the stock actually definitively breaks below this $5 mark that has managed to hold prices so far. So here's the current update for MAXEON Solar, stock ticker MAXN. Our High Value Trading Strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high-conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk-to-reward metrics that target massive, market-beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.